congratulations to Notre Dame. They've got a really good team, good physical football team, and they came in here and whipped us, obviously. We have a better team than what we showed today, and so we certainly have to go to work on figuring out why we played this way. And with that, I'll take your questions.
Everything is going. Sammy kind of touched on it there, but all preseason, last few weeks, you've been pretty steadfast that you have a team that can compete with any kind. I'm just curious. I know it's immediate, but after a result like that, does any doubt creep into your mind about that preseason premonition and everything?
No, I mean, we just didn't play. We played terrible, and we couldn't get off the field defensively, and it's the same thing. It's the tackling, it's the coverage. At times it's the off coverage that we're nowhere close to the guy, and then it's the man coverage where at times we leave him wide open. You know, it's the easy scores. It's the power play here at the end where we had nobody even close to the guy. That's on everybody. It's not just obviously on the players. That's on all of us. I mean, but that's been a trend now for 5 weeks. What has bailed us out a little bit before was the offense was scoring, and we didn't finish drives today, and for whatever, there was several different reasons behind that, but. You know, defensively, we're still not tackling well. And I thought we had a really good week of practice and, you know, the back end swarming to the front end, but it didn't show today at all. And so I still think we have a good football team, and it's hard to say after, you know, that embarrassment today. But I still think we have the capabilities of winning a lot of games. But certainly we've got a lot to fix.
We head into a bye week now, obviously. I mean, do you think that there needs to be some, whether it's personnel, coaching scheme, just massive changes right now heading into that?
Possibly. I mean, you know, I've got some time to, you know, think about some things, and possibly.
You mentioned that you said it felt like it was a good week of practice. Did you feel like that was a maximum effort type of performance, or maybe a little bit of a let go of the rope?
You know, Trey, you can not tackle well and still give good effort. You can try to cover and get beat. I think I probably need to look at the tape and see exactly what the effort was on it. I know there were several plays in there that we had guys there to make plays, and we didn't for whatever reason. So I think I'm going to hold that answer until I watch the tape.
This is a 4th straight double-digit loss to a Power 4 or equivalent at home. What is it about the road games? It seems like you guys play just about everybody you play within one score, and then you get back home and it's just such a different result.
I don't, you know, obviously if I knew the answer, we'd have it fixed, you know. I don't know if that's circumstance or if it's something that we're doing different. It's not, you know, it's besides the travel and the preparation, what we do weekly. Besides the things that we emphasize are the same as far as scheduling. So, you know, I really don't know. I will say this: I'm as surprised that this happened today as anybody, and because I really felt like we were locked in and ready for the challenge that they have. They have a really good team. I get it, but not one to embarrass us like that.
Sam, I know. Excuse me. I know it was early, but what did you think of the roughing the passer on the penalty that led to the interception?
Well, I think it was offsetting penalties there, and we could have got off the field if you know, he didn't go high. So obviously they saw that he went high on it. So we've got to go below the shoulder pads there. And now I thought they went low on Talon, so there is a rule between high and low, and so those were offsetting there, but it gave him another chance.
Taylor through that, maybe what went into the decision to keep him in as opposed to going to KJ?
We're trying to score, and we're one of the best players out there, and if we did that, I felt like we were telling the kids we were giving up, and I certainly didn't want to do that.
What was your reaction to the boos and the chanting?
I didn't hear them, and I mean, I didn't hear them.
What did Notre Dame do schematically to limit your offense and Talon today?
You know, I think they were a little bit better in the secondary than possibly we might have thought. Really, I felt like we, early in the whole first half, I felt like we protected him pretty well, and we ran the ball real well. But, we have put ourselves in a little bit of some third. That was one of our goals, to stay out of third and long, and we had put ourselves into some of those situations this year and converted them, and really we just didn't today. But he didn't run the ball as much. When he did, it went for a while. But I think they had a little bit better, tighter coverage than maybe what we anticipated, and that means us getting off of that coverage as well.
Can keeping the team together and the belief that you can still win games, is it tough after one like this, because the outside noise is really only just going to grow?
Yeah, it's been that way for about 3 years, so we've come back at times, in this situation. So yes, it's tough. But there's a lot of teams out there that have tough situations and they turn it around. And so, am I glad there's a bye week? Yeah. 5 in a row there, and it's time that we look at ourselves and look at the team as well. And there's no doubt in my mind that we can get it turned. This, like I say, we got to figure out why this happened today, because this one was very disappointing, obviously.
Do some of the offensive struggles today maybe stem from the pressure that they constantly feel, given what's happening on the other side of the field?
Oh, if we want to make an excuse for them, it is. But I don't think so. I think Notre Dame had something to do with it. But no, I don't think so. I think if you're a good competitor, you want to go out there and score, whether you think you have to or whether you just want to. So,
Sam, 3 straight weeks you said we have to get things corrected on defense, and you just haven't. This week is as bad as it's ever been at 641 yards. How do you process that as a coach when things aren't improving?
Well, I can add to you. It was 420 at half. So if you give me stats, I'll add one to you. And that's an astronomical number. And every touchdown, you know what I mean? So you're right. You're 100% right with what you said. We've been trying to figure out how to stop people defensively with different people and different schematics, and we haven't been able to do it. And again, to answer your question, we're working on it as hard as we can, and each week we like the plan against our opponent, and but we're still not tackling well, and we still aren't playing great man-to-man coverage.
Have you gotten an update yet on Jaylen Brown?
Yeah, he broke his fibula, I believe. Is it fibula and tibia, or both? Yeah, but he seemed to be doing okay, in that situation, but he broke both of those bones.
Sam, I know there's a lot of fans out there wondering if you should even be the head coach at this point, and they want to change during the bye week. at
Are
top.
you asking a question, or are you
And
telling me what
What
the
would you tell
fans
the?
think?
That's what. What would you tell the fans that think that?
Well, I mean, I understand. I mean, I get it. If I was a fan, I'd be mad at me too. You know, I'd be frustrated as hell with me. But here's what I'll say: as long as I'm the head coach at Arkansas, I'm going to fight my butt off to get the guys out there. And how long that is, that's not. It is partly up to me because of what we put on the field, but that's not my call. And if I'm worried about that all the time, I won't be able to do as good a job as I possibly can. But I will say this: if I was the fans, I'd be mad at me too. Hell, I'm mad at me, to be perfectly honest.
Sam, when you say you're going to evaluate everything this open week, could that mean some changes staff-wise as well?
I don't know. Let me see what it. You know. Let me. You know, the game got over 20 minutes ago. Listen. We owe it to everybody to put the best product out there, and so there's a lot of things that come in play with that.
Coach, appreciate you.
All right, guys.
Yeah, hey guys, something I asked the defensive guys is just kind of what was the atmosphere like in the fourth quarter with stands clearing out a little bit compared to the first?
It was disappointing, but you know, at the same time, we have to give them something to stay for, and you know, something to cheer for. You know, so we have to do a better job in that. You know.
Two-parter for both y'all, if you would. How disappointing was this game, and how difficult will it be to keep the team together after this?
I feel like we have an older team. You know, we've been through a lot of football, and we have a lot of football left in the season. And you know, the road ahead of us, there's some great opportunities. You know, to still make history and make a mark and make a stamp on this year. So we have to get in the film room. Bye week next week is coming at a great time, so we have a great opportunity to get healthy, get guys back, and to lock in and get better.
Yeah, disappointing result, especially with the way we practiced this week. I felt our practice habits were at an all-time high, and we practiced hard, and definitely not the outcome we expected. But just with the team overall, I mean, we're an older team, we're a tight team, so I have no concern about the locker room. And like Taylor said, we got a bye week coming, so this is a great time just to get our mental right, our bodies feeling right, and then reset and achieve everything that we want to achieve from here on out.
Taylor, what did Notre Dame do defensively? They had really struggled against the pass, but they got some pressure on you today.
They're a really great team, really great defense. They did a lot of man and different coverages and different line games, but at the same time, I feel like we beat ourselves at times. Well, a lot of times, just the small details, that I have to get better at, not just pressure. I got to get the ball out, got to go through my reads. It's not just them. It's all 11, and I'm the one that touches the ball every play, so I have to do a better job at that.
Fernando, what was Coach Pittman's message to the team after?
Yeah, we just got to stick together. Obviously, it wasn't the outcome none of us thought. I mean, like I said, we practiced extremely good this week. We were flying around. We felt really good about the game plan, and we just didn't get the result we wanted. But we got to stick together, and we still got a long season ahead of us. And yeah, that's about it.
Both of you guys, just as being offensive captains, how do you go about keeping this team together?
Just like we just said, there's a lot of football ahead of us, and the only way to go from here is up. And to not feel sorry for ourselves and just look in the mirror and find at these times you find a lot about yourself and your teammates. So just we have to do a great job of keeping the herd, keeping the guys together, and just taking one day at a time.
On Monday, Sam was saying how, in terms of your aggressiveness and running, that you might have been a little beat up. How are you feeling after today's game?
I got some nicks and bruises, but it's football at the end of the day. That was one of the, emphasis coming into this game was to do everything, to do anything to get the ball moving, keep the ball. But, I didn't do a, great job of it at times. So, like I said, we're just going to go back in the film room and get better, really.
Taylor, offensively today, things started relatively good. The way that Notre Dame was scoring on their side, did that lead to you guys maybe pressing a little bit too much pressure?
No, not at all. I feel like every single time we go out on the on the field, our goal, or what we tell everybody is, to score and do everything that we can. You just go through one play at a time, but every single time we hit the field, our goal is to score.
For you first there, when the incident happened there with Jalen, did you guys run over and share a moment of any kind?
Yeah, man, it's heartbreaking just because of the player he is, how hard he works, and the time he's put into this all. And we were just distraught because we knew it was something serious right as it happened. And he's just such a great teammate to us, and just to see him on the ground in pain killed all of us. And as teammates, we wanted to be around him and share that moment and be like, let him know that we had his back and we were going to be here for him through and through.
What is your level of frustration on a day like today? Just everything you see from the fan base and just not getting the result that you want.
Extremely frustrating. Not frustrated at the fans. I mean, we didn't give much to cheer about, so that's on us. But with how hard we practice and the time we've put into this throughout the off season, and just all the hard work we've put into this, and you don't expect to come out here and put out an outcome like that. That's not what you want. That's not what you dream about. And so I'm extremely frustrated, but that's the game of football, and it can only go up from here.
The offense has slowed down in the second half for the last few games. Is there something in particular that you see happening, or is it kind of just different game to game? And if so, what was it today?
I feel like we did a better job of moving the ball this second half, and the energy was a lot better, and that was the emphasis coming into, throughout the week and practice. But it didn't end in points, so it was definitely better. But at the end of the day, we have to score. We got to put the ball in the end zone. So.
Guys, appreciate you.
Yeah, I guess for both of you guys, Sam just was in here talking about his level of surprise with what just happened. Can both of you, either of you, maybe put into words just the feelings inside the locker room? Are you guys just as surprised about the result and the performance today?
Yeah, man, most definitely. Just mainly we got to stick together, man. That wasn't the performance out there that we was going into the game hoping and expecting. We just got to stick together, go back to work.
How critical, with the way the defense has been struggling recently, how impactful, how tough is it to get off to a slow start again today, and when they jump out and score, the first 5 possessions, I think, of the game?
It's tough. It's tough when they score at any time in the game. So, I say it's tough.
What was Notre Dame doing maybe schematically today that gave y'all trouble?
I don't know exactly. Like off the top, I got to go watch the film. But I would say they had a couple big plays. Screen that went for a touchdown. And then just us as players, we got to make plays. Us as players, we just got to make plays and get off the field, get 3 and outs. And we wasn't able to do that today.
You had your hands on the ball early in the second half, man. Did you feel like you had it long enough, or just what happened on that play?
The ref said it was a drop, so it was a drop. It was a drop. So,
can y'all both maybe address the difficulty maybe in keeping things together after a game like this? Cam, you think it's going to be hard?
I feel like certain situations may be hard, and you just got to block out all the outside noise, because the outside noise really what affects the team, in these kind of situations, man. We still have a lot of football to play, still have a long season ahead. We're captains for a reason, so we just got to hold our defense together.
I don't feel like it'll be like tough. Like I feel like as a team, like we're so together and just keeping each other up, and like everybody in the locker room, we all hurting after this loss, and just keeping each other up, and like just knowing like we got each other back and things like that. That's kind of what make it easier to move on from the loss, and
For both of you guys, stands kind of cleared out there by the fourth quarter. What was kind of the atmosphere like at the end?
It was different from kickoff for sure, not having all of our fans out there, but we knew, that wasn't the performance that, fans, deserve to see, especially us being gone for a month. So that's on us.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Like, we got diehard fans, and they just want to see us be successful and things like that. So we got to do a better job as players to give our fans something exciting to see and to stay and watch for. So I'm not gonna say we understand, but like I understand. Like we got to play better. That's what the fans want to see.
For both of you, what were kind of the coaches' messages at halftime, or your messages as captains?
Man, just don't worry about the scoreboard. Just go out there and play with pride. Just keep playing hard. I know I was telling the guys, we thought we had Memphis in the second half. They came back, so anything was possible. And I'm still proud of the way we fought. Came out and fought the second half.
Xavier, Coach Pittman earlier in the week referred to Love and Price as 1A and 1B. Just maybe those two specifically, what were the difficulties that they were, presenting?
They both two good running backs. Both of them, Love and the other one, and they just good backs, and yeah, that's really it. That's all I gotta say.
Y'all are going into a bye week. In a situation like this, does a bye week help or hinder in terms of trying to keep the team together?
I feel like it helps because we have more time to find out the problem and what's going on. We're going to be up here tomorrow watching film, going through, all our negatives, and then just see how we can build from that. And to know that we have a little more time to get to the root of the problem, I think that's a good thing.
Coaching leadership really comes into play after a game like this. What was Coach Pittman's message and the team's belief that you guys can get things going? If y'all could both answer it.
We just got to stay together, and we got to find a way to fix it. We got to find a way to fix it. We got more games, and we just got to find a way to fix it. We got to, and stand together.
Yeah, because we all know what we're capable of, and we know our potential. But potential means nothing if we don't go out and execute. So we just gotta, take that into account in this bye week, and just keep moving forward.
Just for both of you guys, they seem to rely on Love a whole lot throughout the game. Was there anything in particular that Jeremiah did that affected you guys, gave you guys trouble?
I'll just say, man, that's a no knock on him. That's a heck of a player. He is a good running back. He affected us in the pass and in the run. Man, he's just a good player. There's no excuse for it.
Yeah, I say the same thing. Like, just a good player, and like both of their running backs, like I said earlier. So yeah.
Cam, you talked a lot in the summer about more or less how you felt like this could be a special season. What's your level of disappointment for things to get started like this?
Disappointment wouldn't be the word. I know that what we're capable of, and we're just getting off to a slow start right now, and that it's still a lot of football to be played, and anything can happen on any given day. So I still have faith in my team. Still have faith in the leadership of this team, and yeah.
Given as much time as you've spent here and as much time as you spent with Coach Pittman, how much do you feel for him that he's kind of going through this and starting to feel some pressure?
Man, I know I talk to Coach Pitt all the time, and mainly he just doesn't let the outside noise get to him. More or less, it'd be more outside noise than anything. Coach Pittman, he loves his job. He loves being here. He's confident in being the head coach here. So.
And I just want to follow up real quick on that. You've talked about the outside noise a couple times. Is it difficult to keep that outside and not let it filter in? I mean, you kind of had to deal with it a couple years ago as well. Is it hard to do that right now?
I wouldn't say necessarily it is. A lot of the outside noise is social media. We got a lot of old guys on our team. We just don't necessarily look at it because the same people, putting us down whenever we're doing good, they're putting us up as well. So we just play for each other, and just play for our state and just go from there.